Cudi session 9. So he realizes he needs help and he ends up going to rehab. He has this line that says, "Talking through pain, how past relationships made me feel like a failure, eventually led me to an epiphany. Things like these are just a moment in time, and it may feel like it's going to be forever, but it's really not. You can overcome these things. You can always handle them differently in the future." And then in rehab, they would always tell him, "Scott, you know you're going to have bad days again. It's how you deal with it makes you who you are." I feel like whenever we go through something like a death in the family, a breakup, you got cheated on, you lost your job, something big or something that's like impactful in a negative way, you feel like in the moment it's kind of the end of the world, or you don't feel like you can get out of it. And you let things linger and it controls you, consumes you, you become a different person. You might lead to bad habits. But once you like finally are strong enough to kind of face it and deal with it and let yourself release from it, it's just so much better. But in the moment, it's very hard to do that, and it can drag on years and years and years. And it's always going to come, especially like a death in the family that he dealt with. He dealt with multiple. And so you got to get to the point where, yeah, it's going to come up and you're going to think about them, but you kind of have to just maintain your composure, maybe let things out a little bit, but not let it consume you. And so, yeah, that stuff is deep and definitely relatable. And then he goes back to music. He says, "I'm being a true artist. That's what counts. That's all that counts. I'm not doing it for sales. I'm not doing it to try to get an award or anything like that. I'm making shit based on what I'm feeling. If that's what I'm feeling works, then it works. And if it doesn't, it doesn't." I feel like that's a true artist. Like he makes what he feels like is right in that moment and what he feels. He doesn't know if it's going to like resonate with other people, but he doesn't really care about that. Like he's just like, I'm just going to make art that like I'm proud of and I feel good about. And if people like it, great. If they don't, oh well. And I feel like as soon as you don't let people's opinions get into yours, that's like where the raw art comes from. And then he also, speaking about his music, he says this line that says, "I was really reaching out to the lost, the ones that didn't love themselves, or the ones that didn't know where their future was headed, the misfits. When I was adrift, I didn't have a lighthouse to guide me. I wanted to be that for the next generation and for the generation to come." I feel like when you listen to his music, you can definitely tell that this line basically resembles his music. It's definitely for the people that feel like they're alone or lonely or don't have anyone or are in their dark thoughts and need to let it out. His music is just so impactful, and it's just the guidance that you